Not all the classes are here yet for Baldur's Gate 3, as we're still missing 5 classes from the game. For those who are not really familiar with Dungeons and Dragons, where Baldur's Gate 3 is based on, those are the other classes from the Players Handbook, which are basically the basic rules of the game. So the question is, what can we expect from these classes, including their subclasses? Keep watching to find out. First we'll start with the Barbarian, the raging, strong, muscular and dumbest class of the game. Barbarian are mostly known for their rage, which gives them extra damage and resistance to certain types of damage. They are also known for their earned armor defense, which gives them additional armor while not wearing any armor. That doesn't make much sense, but... Another thing that's really neat is that they can attack recklessly, gaining advantage on the attack, but rolls against you also have advantage. Oh, and they also have the highest HP in the game. Yay! At level 3 they can access to 2 subclasses. The first one is called Path of the Berserker, which gives them extra rage benefits. So while raging, they can attack an additional time with their bonus action. This is very strong, but they suffer a level of exhaustion after their rage, weakening themselves. And later they get basically more rage and attack benefits. The second subclass is the Path of the Totem Warrior. These are the spiritual types of barbarians, giving them a kinship with beasts. They can sense beasts, talk to them, and they can choose a spirit animal that gives them additional benefits and physical attributes. The totem animal they can choose are the bear for more defense, the eagle to be more dodgier, the elk for more movement speed, the tiger for better jumps, and the wolf for gaining pack tactics with your party. And now it's time for the bard, the charming, singing and most persuasive class of the game. They are spellcasters who weave their magic through words and music, while being a very heavy support class at the same time. Bards can cast illusions, charms, as well as damage their enemies and heal wounds from their allies. Bards are also the jack of all trades, which means they are basically good at every skill check in the game. Bards also have a cool feature called Inspiration, which gives a bonus to skill checks or attack rolls for their allies. And that's not all, because bards can also give extra HP during short rest with their Song of Rest feature. At level 3 they also gain access to 2 subclasses. The first one is called College of Lore, gaining extra skill proficiencies, as well using their inspiration to lower an ability check, damage or attack roll of an enemy. They also gain access to spells from any other class, making them truly the jack of all trades. The second subclass is called College of Valor, which are basically the artists of combat. They gain proficiency in medium armor, shields and martial weapons, making them stronger and gaining more defense at the same time. What's really cool about Valor Bards is that they can also use their inspiration to boost the damage of their allies, as well as raise their armor class. Later, they can also attack multiple times or even attack with a bonus action after casting a spell. The next class on the list is the Monk, the calm, meditating, yet striking with a lot of punches class. They gain additional armor class and speed while not wearing any armor, and they can fight either with monk weapons or with their bare fists. They also have key points which they can spend to attack additional times, to dodge stuff, or to use dash or disengage as a bonus action similar to the rogue. Monks can also catch arrows and sometimes even throw them back to the enemy. Yeah, that's pretty fucking cool. At level 3 the monk gains access to 3 subclasses. The first one is called Way of the Open Hand and is more like the traditional monk. They can push enemies or knock them prone after attacking, and they can even heal themselves. They also get extra benefit from meditating. The second subclass is called Way of the Four Elements, which makes you basically the avatar. They can cast element spells with their key points like Burning Hands, Thunder Wave or Cone of Cold for example. They can even create blasts of compressed air from their fist and fly later on. Like I said, it's basically the avatar, and a really cool subclass at the same time. The third subclass is Way of the Shadow, which makes you a ninja. They can create minor illusions, cast spells like Darkness, Dark Vision or Silence, and they are extra stealthy. Later on, they can even teleport to dark places, and last but not least, they can also turn invisible. They are the masters of stealth and also a really cool subclass to play. Now it's time for one of the most requested classes for early access, the Paladin. The Holy Warriors of Light, those who swear to uphold justice and righteousness, and to stand with the good things of the world to fight the forces of evil. Some people think they are the White Knights and are only pure lawful, but that isn't always right. They follow a sacred oath and follow certain rules which are different for each oath. Paladins can detect evil and good creatures with the divine sense. They are strong at fighting with weapons and they can heal themselves or their allies. They can also cast spells and even smite their enemies on weapon attacks, which deals even more damage to undeads. They are also immune to diseases as divine magic flows through their blood. At level 3 they can access to 3 subclasses which are called their sacred oaths. The first one is called Oath of Devotion, which even the core rules explains as the White Knights. These paladin are kinda the goody paladins who are so good that they can't even lie. This is the most stereotyped paladin but a cool one nonetheless. They can make sacred weapons, turn the unholy and cast spells like Protection from Evil and Good, Lesser Restoration and Beacon of Hope. The second subclass is called Oath of the Ancients, which are the paladins with druid-like abilities. They are committed to the beauty of the world and forgiveness. They can even ensnare foes with spectral vines and gain spells like Speak with Animals, Moonbeam and Plant Growth. The stereotype of paladins are called Warriors of the Light, but I think you can call this subclass the Warriors of Nature. The third subclass is called Oath of Vengeance, which are specialized in killing their foes and taking revenge. They fight the greater evil, have the ability to focus on one enemy and kill them by any means necessary. They can access spells like Hunter's Mark, Whole Person and Haste. These are the type of paladin who do anything to get their vengeance and are even willing to sacrifice their own righteousness to mete out justice to those who do evil. Last but not least, it is time for the Sorcerer. Where wizards are the nerds that have to study for spells, sorcerers are the lucky motherfuckers who are born with it. The only thing sorcerers have to focus on is to control these powers. Whether if they originate from the dragons or just wild magic in general, sorcerers are able to cast their spells in different ways than other spellcasters. They have a system called sorcery points, which they can spend to restore spell slots or even strengthen their spells. Some examples are to cast them from further away, make them stronger, longer the duration of the spell, or to cast them on multiple targets. Also, right from the bat at level 1 they can access to 2 subclasses called Sorcerer's Origin. The first one is called Draconic Bloodline and they gain their magic from a draconic ancestor. They choose the type of dragon and gain benefits from its damage type. For example, if it's a red dragon they gain extra fire benefits and cold if it was a white one. They gain resistance and bonus damage to that element. They also learn the draconic language and gain extra HP and armor with their dragon skills. Later, they can also sprout dragon wings from their back and are able to fly. Yeah, that's pretty fucking cool. The second subclass origin is called Wild Magic, where basically random shit starts happening all over the place, and it's a lot of fun. Sometimes after casting a spell, a random effect surges from you, and some examples are, you can cast spells as a bonus action, maximize the damage of your next spell, or you start to fly. While these sound really good, some bad effects can happen as well. Like you cast a fireball on yourself, your hair starts falling out, or you turn into a potted plant. Luckily later they can access to control it even more with a higher chance for a better effect. So if you like chaos, this is definitely the subclass for you. Now those were all the classes and subclasses coming to Baldur's Gate 3 when the game fully releases. Which class do you hope will come to early access next? Let me know in the comments down below. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more Baldur's Gate 3 and other RPG stuff in the future. Thank you all for watching and I will see you next time.